Alright, so what I've got here is my vacuum chamber, pumped down to about 55 microns or so. I'd hope to go a bit lower, but I messed up, and it's a wooden ball. I thought the two balls would be small enough that there wouldn't be that much air in them, but it's actually taken me 3 full evenings to get down to this point. And I imagine most of it's come from there. So, lesson learned, don't ever put wood in the vacuum chamber, it's a waste of time. So this is just a hanging ornament that I found in a tip shop. It's made of chrome plated something or other. I attached it to the top there, which is coming out of the negative side of my voltage rectifier here, and then I have the bottom that is connected to earth ground. So there is no positive, and this is because I'm using the 15,000 volt transformer and only one half of it. This is about 7,500 volts AC. I haven't worked out what that is DC. Because I just wanted to show what a pretty glow it is. It's a lot more purple than it shows up on the camera. You can see it's a bit brighter in the middle. And I don't know if it's going to come out on the film, but you can actually see around the wire itself, if you look at it head on, there is a slightly dimmer patch, a circle around it, and then it goes bright again, which is kind of interesting. Let me reverse the polarity and I'll show you what it looks like when there's a positive. Okay, so I've just swapped it over on the rectifier there, so I've now got the positive side attached. It does actually look kind of similar on the camera. You're not getting the concentrated glow from the middle of the ornament, but most of the glow is now concentrated around the mesh, and then around this side you can see that a gap where the mesh doesn't quite meet, and there's a big seam of electrons running around there. Yeah, that's what that looks like. Okay, so this time, instead of the coil thing, which that's what it looks like, I found this little tea strainer, which is obviously hollow and then mesh on the outside. So I've got a little chain on it, and I'm going to hook that in there. Okay, so you'll see a lot of people online in videos making a device very similar to this and calling it a Farnsworth Fusor. And while it is related, it's not quite. There's quite a few differences between this and an actual Farnsworth Fusor. Main one, well, a lot of them actually. If you see them only using a vacuum pump, then it's not. In order to make a proper Farnsworth Fusor, unless you have a lot of money and are willing to throw away a lot of deuterium, which is the next point, you need something like a turbomolecular pump or a diffusion pump to get almost everything else out of there so that you can flood it with deuterium. The second thing that you need for a Farnsworth Fusor is deuterium, which, although I believe it's not difficult to get, I haven't actually tried, it is quite expensive and you don't want to be throwing it away. So that's the second thing. And the other thing is that an actual Farnsworth Fusor creates proper X-rays. This one, there will possibly be a small amount of fusion going on in there, but it's at a very low voltage and energy level. I'm only using just under 10,000 volts. And soft X-rays, which it might be producing some, will almost certainly be defeated by the glass of the chamber, and if not, they'll be extremely unlikely to travel very far outside of it. So a friend of mine who actually works with proper nuclear scientists said just stay about a metre away from it and you'll be absolutely fine. In contrast with an actual Farnsworth Fusor, which puts out proper hard X-rays, you'll probably get cancer. So if you see anybody making one of these and running it while they're looking at it, it's not a Farnsworth Fusor, or they might be dead, who knows. But yeah, I just wanted to say that, and isn't it pretty? So this is much closer to what I was seeing in the viewfinder. It's much worse than the movies, I'm not sure why. But anyway, I'll go back to that. So I realised I hadn't actually said how this works. My understanding is that what happens is you've got the neutrally charged side, and then you have a negatively charged sphere. Inside the sphere is neutral, and what happens is anything that is positively charged outside of it gets attracted to it, and some of them get attracted with enough energy that they pass through and into the middle, they collide with other atoms that are doing a similar thing, and there's enough energy to knock some electrons free, and we get some plasma. And then when electrons recombine with an atom, then they'll release some photons in a particular frequency range. In this case, because most of it is nitrogen, we get purple. But yeah, it's just a very pretty plasma ball that is very hot. The tea strainer was decidedly discoloured when I took it out. So yeah, that's how that works. That's pretty cool.